Hi, I'm Deven. I'm the Director of Policy and Practice, and I thought I'd do a quick recording outside of BBC, having just been on Moneybox, talking about a particular self-employed claim on universal credit. And I thought I'd do a small piece just because we've had a huge amount of press coverage following the budget off the back of a couple of reports my colleagues wrote. So one looking at marginal tax rates, which my colleague Tyler Maria did the analysis on, and Janet helped to get out into the Telegraph and the Sun. And we did some work with our Better Off calculator to show the impact of being better off in work with changes in the budget. And we also had another report out on the support group, so people who are long-term sick, and how that number is rising and why we think it's rising for people across the UK, and how the benefit system sometimes acts to push people away from work and keep them away from work. And I'll go into that in a second, but I guess I just want to talk briefly about why we do these policy pieces. Because we make software, we help people access benefits through our software, through Lyft and through the Better Off calculator, and actually that's how we're funded. That's how we grow. That's how Policy and Practice operates. So why do we spend all this time doing policy work? And fundamentally, it's because you don't really change the world through practice alone. So our Better Off calculator models policy as it is. But sometimes policy as it is doesn't deliver on the policy intent, where it keeps people away from work. So in our report earlier this month, we talked about how changes to the high income child benefit charge are welcome, but actually it shouldn't be there in the first place. It complicates the benefit system. And one thing we're for at Policy and Practice is to try and make the benefit simple and easy for people to navigate. Even if you're on 60 to 80K, which now that's who's impacted by the high income child benefit charge, it's still an extra complication to the tax and benefit system. So one, keeping the system simple. And again, while it's good to improve work incentives, we also need to look at the levels of out of work support. So that's the first report. And some links hopefully in the video on the report itself and some of the coverage we got off the back of it. The second report looked at people in the support group and why people are moving further away from work. And I think one is that yes, post-pandemic, people seem to be getting sicker. But I think the other big driver is they're not able to access the healthcare support that they need. And since changes in 2017, there's nothing really in between being long-term out of work and being in work. You're either one or the other. This intermediate group around having limited capabilities for work, but perhaps being able to take steps toward work doesn't exist anymore. Or if it does, you don't get any extra support or any extra almost protection from DWP around it. And we were almost talking about a case like that on Moneybox just now. And I think beefing up statutory sick pay would be one sensible policy suggestion. Taking a less punitive approach to benefits, so if people who are long-term sick take steps into work, they're not worrying about being reassessed, they're not worried about being pushed into maybe unsuitable work, but they're supported to find the work that suits them, could make a huge difference. And fundamentally, it's things outside of the benefit system, so things like the healthcare that people are able to access. One client of ours mentioned that 40% of their kind of client base who are on limited capability for work-related activity are just sat waiting for operations or waiting for mental health support. So sometimes it isn't the benefit system that's driving these numbers, it's the level of support we've got outside of it. But I have some links to those reports now, and I look forward to, let me know what you think, and if you think we should continue to do more policy work, please let us know in the comments. In the meantime, we'll keep trying to help increase take-up through the practice work we do, through the Better Off calculator and through Lyft. And thanks a lot. I thought it'd be good after a busy media week just to explain why we do it. Thanks, bye.